Business Analyst Training Introduction. This training is aimed at beginners to help them attain required business analyst skills. Training curriculum includes various day-to-day activities of business analyst. Provide a glimpse of business analyst roles and responsibilities, skills required, deliverables, requirements gathering, requirement management tools, SDLC process, UX mockup, domains, products, projects training, project implementation, and best practices. Scope of this training. By the end of the course, the attendee will be able to understand and justify their role of the business analyst. Learn business analyst tasks. Describe the business analyst's relationships with other business and IT stakeholders. Understand the project lifecycle and the BA's role within it, including how this is affected by delivery approaches such as Agile, waterfall models. Understand the importance of project definition and scope. Understand and apply the basic principles and rules of business analysis. Understand the different types of requirement and the need for requirements documentation. Understand and apply best practices in requirements. Elicit and document functional and non-functional requirements. Managing IT change requests. In this chapter we will discuss introduction and overview of business analyst role. What is business analysis? Who is a business analyst? What are the role and responsibilities of business analyst? Necessity of BAs on project. Current trends in business analysis. Challenges in BA role. What is business analysis? Business analysis is the task of understanding business change needs, assessing the business impact of those changes, capturing, analyzing and documenting requirements and supporting the communication and delivery of requirements with relevant stakeholders. Who are business analysts? Business analysts are responsible for bridging the gap between IT and the business using techniques and methods to assess processes, determine requirements and deliver results-driven applications and solutions to various stakeholders. BAs engage with business leaders and users to understand how data-driven changes to process, products, services, software and hardware can improve efficiencies and add value. They articulate those ideas and balance them against what's technologically feasible and financially viable. Depending on the role, BAs might work with data sets to improve products, hardware, tools, software, services or process. Roles and responsibilities of business analyst. Business analysts are responsible for identifying change needs, assessing the impact of the change, capturing and documenting requirements and then ensuring that those requirements are delivered whilst supporting the business through the implementation process. Few of the business analyst tasks are business analysis planning and monitoring, practical approach to big picture, working with teams in SDLC, requirements elicitation and collaboration, requirements management and communication, strategic analysis, requirements analysis, handling documents like use case, user stories, business requirement document, functional requirement documents, software requirement specifications, functional requirement specification, non-functional requirements, requirement traceability matrix, solution document, and high-level design document. Solution assessment and validation. Necessity of business analysts on a project.
Current IT systems are complex and need a domain expert to address business IT problems. There raised a need to have a person speak business and IT language. Through the globalization and increasing use of the Internet placed even greater demands on IT departments which were increasingly outsourced or offshored. Organizations themselves became increasingly globalized and more complex, as did their IT infrastructures, often containing hundreds, even thousands, of different IT systems. Agile emerged as a more flexible way of developing and updating IT systems in rapidly changing business environments. During this period, business analyst became a catch-all job title for many project and business change roles. Different views emerged of the business analyst role, from being a strategic thinker driving change within the organization, through acting as a process improvement expert and being responsible for eliciting and documenting requirements for IT systems. Current trends in business analysis. The role of a business analyst is constantly evolving and changing, especially as companies rely more on data to advise business operations. Every company has different issues that a business analyst can address, whether it's dealing with outdated legacy systems, changing technologies, broken processes, poor client or customer satisfaction, or slowed large organizations. Challenges in business analyst role. Challenge 1. Misconception of business analyst's scope of work. There are differences between business analysts' actual functions and tasks they really should perform. This is typical for projects with customers who haven't had the experience with development projects. Possible solution. Before a project starts, it is necessary to agree with the customer on business analyst responsibilities and expected deliverables. Challenge 2. Created specifications do not satisfy the needs of the development team. Requirements are vague and ambiguous. BA does not understand the level of requirements description needed for developer. Inadequate time is allotted for eliciting requirements and compiling the document. Possible solution. Discuss and define with project team and customer the necessary level of requirements description. Create and apply a requirement checklist that helps determine whether the requirements are complete, accurate, verifiable and consistent. Use modeling techniques to identify the lacking information and add needed details. Reveal high-level requirements first, then start on detailed requirements. Requirements review by software test engineer and developers at early stages. This helps check requirements for some quality issues and verifiability.
Challenge 3. Changing requirements or business needs. Every business analyst is familiar with a situation when stakeholders change their requirements. It may happen several times a week or even a day. The main dilemma for BA is whether to apply changes or ignore them. Possible solution. First and foremost, a BA should understand the reason for such changes. New requirements have to be accepted considering planned project deliverables. Improvement of the requirements elicitation process. Requirements review by stakeholders. Applying requirements according to a change management process that had to be agreed with stakeholders before a project start. Applying incremental development approach to respond promptly to required changes. Agree project timeline and discuss possible.
Challenge 4. Conflicts with stakeholders. The conflict between stakeholders may arise when teams have contradicting views on same requirement. Users don't want to change their working process and study new solutions and features. Possible solution is: first of all, the team needs to understand the reason for the resistance to the new solution. Business analyst should study the process and requirements again to prepare an appropriate solution. Business analyst should prepare a business case document for users and present it, describing the new solution and answering users' questions. The document should contain enough details to prove the approach proposed by a decision maker. Challenge 5. Undocumented processes. BA is familiar with the lack of documentation on the project or poorly documented procedures and processes. Possible solution is: to resolve a conflict, BA should identify the main system users and decision makers. After that, a document with the description is created to show the differences in processes for users with different roles. This document should be presented to the stakeholders in order to define if described processes are suitable for the solution. Business analyst has to focus on business needs rather than on user positions.